During the 2020 lockdowns, Kelly and I made this podcast to talk about the movies that we love while bored at home. We tried so many different ways to record and edit, but found it difficult and we experienced some bad sound quality until we found Zencastr. It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high quality podcast right away. Record studio quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen, knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. If you have thought about podcasting before and realized that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are over. With Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. So go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code SYTYI, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experiences we do for all of our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.
Hey guys, you've heard us talk about how we want to live our lives in balance with our hectic work lives to getting a workout in and treating our bodies better. I've been changing my routine up at the gym and getting myself to eat better. And one thing I'm adding is liquid IV. In one stick, I'm getting 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than if I drank water alone. It's great for those tough workouts where I need an extra boost or when I'm feeling a little run down after a long day at work. I love how on the go this packaging is. I throw a few in my gym or my work bag and it takes up zero space. And the taste is amazing. Since it's summertime, I'm reaching more for strawberry lemonade. And with other great summer flavors like watermelon and guava, there's something for everyone. And it's not just the flavor that will have you grabbing for more. Like I said, Liquid IV contains 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, and B12, and vitamin C. And it's made with premium ingredients. So, if you want to up your hydration game this summer, get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code SYTYI at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using our code SYTYI at liquidiv.com.
Hey!
Hey!
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast. I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. And I literally work from home. Like, I literally just have to roll out of my bed and go over to my computer. And I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, same. I mean, I
Like,
don't work from home, but
she does not.
I still dread going to work.
Like, the act of working, like, my job is not hard. It's not hard in the slightest. It's just the act of working that I just don't want to do.
No, yeah, same.
Yeah.
I've had too many days off, and I
hmm
don't want to go back anymore. That's the curse of having a lot of time off. I don't want to go back. I'm good.
Yeah. I think we should go to working only 3 days a week because that felt good. That felt like a
It
nice
did.
amount of time to be working.
I could be convinced to do 4, but
hmm
the
I
full
prefer
5?
3. Yeah, we can't do 5 anymore. Like, how am I going to get through
Anymore.
next week? How am I going to get through next week?
I know. I'm gonna hit Wednesday, and I'm gonna be like, okay, so weekend's here, right?
hmm
Right. Like I get the rest of the week off because that's now I'm accustomed to that.
Yes. Really quick, Kelly. Are you speaking through your microphone or through your
Oh shit.
AirPods?
Um. Oh my AirPods. My bad.
Okay. Say something now.
Oh, hello. Is it better?
Much better. Much better.
Okay. I can't get used to this new one because the other one it would say what it was using before I went in, and I'm
hmm
accustomed to that and not this.
Yeah. But like we were saying, yeah, 5-day work weeks, they're not going to work.
Yeah,
We're going
no,
to
not
have to
anymore.
rectify this.
Yeah,
I don't know if we need to put a law on the books or something, but
we might as well make it a law because
yeah.
I'm sure people are gonna try and fight it.
hmm
Just give me 4. 3 is preferable, but I'll do 4.
Yeah, I'll do 4, I guess, if I
I
have to.
guess.
I prefer not to work at all, but I know
Same.
things need to be done.
I guess.
I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead. Cut out them 5 days. They're not necessary.
They're
Thank you.
not. Thank you.
How have your 2 weeks been? It's actually been 2 weeks since we've recorded last.
Wow. It doesn't seem that long, if I'm being honest. It was good. I started watching Lessons in Chemistry. Is that what it's called with Brie Larson?
Great show. I finished it,
Great
I think,
show.
like yesterday.
I'm on episode 4. I was not prepared for the dog's POV.
Oh, that was a weird episode. I was like,
It
why
was
are we
so
doing
funny.
this?
Also, I knew that man was going to die. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. I knew that man was going to die.
Okay.
He went
Great.
for that walk, and I was like, he went for that run, and I was like, oh, that man is definitely dying.
Okay.
And then that bus came out of nowhere, and I know it's not funny, but I had to laugh just a little bit because I called it, and I was like, mm-mm. And then that next episode starts, and it's the dog's POV, and I felt like I lost my mind. I was like, are we really getting the dog's point of view right now? Like,
Okay.
this is not what I was expecting, but go off 6:30. Do you, dude.
Yeah. You do you.
Yeah, I like it so far.
My only you didn't finish. Never mind. I can't
Yeah,
tell
no,
you
I
what my
haven't finished it
what
yet. No.
can't tell you what my only thing I didn't necessarily like about the show was, but
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many episodes there are, but
I think it's like 6 or 7. It's not that many.
okay, so I'm almost done technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll text you about it, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've just been chilling really.
It's 8. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 8?
It's
Okay.
8.
Either way. I'm going to start decorating my cubicle for Christmas.
Great. I've been wondering about whether or not I was going to do that. I've decided against it. I don't want to spend the money. I'm so sorry. I,
Oh, so this next bit is going to be a lot for you then.
okay.
Because I have something to show you. I didn't know I was going to have a theme this year, but I do. And you guys listening, you will never see this, but I'm going to show Jordan. I bought this like a couple weeks ago. It's a
I think I
Christmas
saw
bird.
that. I think I saw that on Amazon.
I got it from Walmart, and
Okay.
I bought
Gross,
3 of
but
them.
okay.
I know. Well, and then I went to, was it Marshall's or Home Goods, and I bought another bird. Right. And then Target, if you don't know, Target does like specific birds for holidays, and they've been doing this for a couple of years, and I haven't had enough money to buy some. So I finally bought some, and they were on sale, and I had forgotten how many birds I had. So I have 10 birds.
Ew. Your theme is birds?
But they're
Gross.
cute. They're
Oh.
cute. You're a
Okay, Kelley.
hater. Look how you look. This one is called Jingle. Like how cute that is. You can't tell me that's not cute, Jordan.
Okay, Kelley.
And then
Okay.
the I'm a crazy bird lady because I didn't know my mom was going to do this, but she bought me the ornament versions. So now I have ornament versions, and off camera, but I will.
Are you gonna buy a
There's
little
a
tree
wreath.
for your desk?
There's a little wreath.
She just knocked over her microphone and everything.
I'm so sorry. But I do have a tree. I have a little tree for my desk. I've had it for years. So yeah, my theme will be, my colors are light blue and silver, and then birds.
Interesting.
So yeah, I have inadvertently made myself a bird lady. You're very probably concerned about me and think I need a grippy
I'm not concerned.
softication,
I'm
but
not concerned at all. I'm just gonna let you do whatever you want to do. I don't necessarily care.
But yes, I am a crazy bird lady now, and yeah, this is my life now. I did not know that this was the path I was going to take, but here I am.
Here you are.
Here I am.
Cool.
So yes.
What else has been happening?
Um, oh my gosh, my dog has been to the vet so many times in the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Um,
It's not that
first she,
mysterious dog flu or whatever, is
no,
it?
it's not. No, no, no. So first she had an allergic reaction to something. Uh so I had to change her whole diet. I had to get her on some meds. And then she got an eye infection. So I had to take her to the vet for that. That was separate. And then she had to go and get her shots on a separate visit because they're like, oh, we don't want to give her meds and then have to give her shots on top of that because that'll just be too much for her body. I'm like, okay. And then I had scheduled her shots and then they're like, oh, and then she got the eye infection. So they had pushed that back. So yeah, I spent a lot of time at the vet. And this girl's going to have to get a job or something because these vet visits are not cheap.
Why don't you sign up for pet insurance?
I'm going to. Yeah, I've been looking into it, but I just haven't pulled the trigger yet because I didn't think I'd be going to the vet this many times.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking.
I think
Excuse
in
me.
all of my
Into
years of having dogs, we've only had to go to the vet once.
really.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to this dog, but she's sick, dude. She gets sick very easily, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah. How are you? What's been up with you?
Oh my gosh, so much has happened. So much, so much. I decorated. We just had Thanksgiving, and I
Hmm.
decorated at my aunt's house. So the tree is up there.
Yep.
The garland is up there. I have not decorated my house. I Yesterday I brought up the tree from the basement, and I was
Hmm.
like, "Where are the ornaments?" Could not find the
Uh
ornaments. So I didn't put the tree up because I don't know where the ornaments are. So the
oh.
tree's just
Hmm.
sitting there in the living room.
Okay.
I saw Mariah Carey.
Yes, you
It
did.
was great.
I
I
love
went
that for
with
you.
my aunt because no one would go with me. And so I
Yeah.
texted my aunt. I was like, "You want to go see Mariah Carey?" She was like, "Absolutely." And I was like, "Cool." And
Heck
so we went to go
yeah.
see Mariah Carey. We parked on Hollywood Boulevard. We walked past
Wow.
some people in some questionable outfits
Oh.
on where like the like stars are. I forgot
Mhm.
what that's called. Walk of
Walk
Fame
of
or
Fame.
whatever. Yeah, we walked down that street and then we walked up to the Hollywood Bowl.
How
And
was the
yeah,
Hollywood Bowl, by the way? Is it nice?
yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
There was a lot of food places. There was a
Ooh.
So like when we first got in, I went to the bathroom and then my aunt went to the bathroom because I guess the woman's bathroom was like up higher
Mm.
and we didn't know that. So
Mm.
I waited for her at the bottom, and right next to the bathroom was a place where they were giving out free samples of this alcoholic kombucha.
Oh. Yep.
And I was like, sure, why not? And then
Why not?
there wasn't a cap, so I had like three. I was like, I
See,
gotta
that
try.
that was their issue. They didn't cap it.
Hmm. And I think the whole thing was they wanted people to buy it. No one was buying it, Kelly.
Yeah, because
They just kept
there's no
pouring.
cap,
They just
right?
kept pouring, and I just kept taking. And
Yeah.
I was like, and then they were like, yeah, it's like 23% alcohol. I was like, let me slow down.
Wow.
Let me slow down. I drove here. Let
Yeah.
me slow down.
Y'all should have said that like two of these
Yeah,
ago.
you should have said that a while ago, but it's fine. Because we got there almost 8. It was supposed to start at like 8:30. I don't remember. She didn't get on stage till like 9 something, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't think she would start on time.
And so we went up there. We sat. We were afraid it was gonna rain. It did rain, quote unquote. It was the lightest drizzle I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Oh.
The lightest drizzle I've ever. And there were like girls like putting like stuff over their heads. I was like, this water is
Y'all,
barely touching us. Like you're fine.
it ain't that
But yeah,
serious.
so we got into our seats and they had a DJ. The DJ was bad. I'm not going to
Mm,
lie. He was pretty bad. But then
ouch.
he was playing good songs, but like he just kept like talking over the songs and then he kept
Oh,
like cutting
boo.
like halfway through the song and I was like, what's the point of this?
Right.
A
If you're
drunk
trying to let us
woman,
vibe, let us vibe.
a drunk woman told me I was a good singer, so I'm gonna live with that for the rest of my life.
Yes, you will.
Hmm. they started playing Can We Talk, and of course I started singing along, and then she like
Of
put an
course.
invisible microphone in my face. She was like, "You have the mic." She's like, "You're a good singer," and I was like, "Thank you,
Yes. Thanks, queen.
thank you." Mariah Carey was great. There were a lot of sections where she was obviously lip syncing,
Mm,
but she was
but it's Mariah
also
Carey.
she was also actually singing at other parts, so it was fine for me. I didn't
Yeah,
really care.
yeah.
Um, and then a couple of days ago, I had Thanksgiving. That was great.
Mhm.
Um, this week was Black Friday. I did not leave my house. I'm so sorry. Those deals were not deals. First off,
Yeah.
I don't have any money to spend right now anyway.
Yeah, me neither, me neither.
But those deals were atrocious. Like
Yeah, they don't do deals like they used to, if I'm being
like
honest.
a Black Friday deal is not 20% off. That's not a Black
It's
Friday
not.
deal.
If it's
Anything
not
less than
over
50 is
yeah,
not a Black Friday deal.
I was about to say, if it's not over 50, it's not worth it.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
worth it.
It's
The
alright.
only deal that got me was that they're doing Hulu accounts for 99 cents a month. So I literally canceled my Hulu account, got a
And
new
then
Hulu account.
yeah.
And so now I'm only paying 99 cents a
Yes.
month.
I mean, that's the
That
only
was the only good deal I saw. I went from
oh,
paying
yeah,
$8 a month to 99
to
cents a month.
99 cents. I mean, if you didn't, I would have been pissed at you.
hmm So yeah, that was great. Um,
Love that for you.
Nothing else really happened this week. At work, we had on Tuesday a like potluck. Very
Mm.
exciting. I
Very
won.
exciting.
I won our Thanksgiving trivia.
Lit,
It
okay.
was great. It was great. Mostly people bought desserts, and all of those desserts were like bought from stores.
Of
I don't
course.
like eating people's homemade stuff at
Yeah,
things because I don't know I don't know your level of cleanliness in your home.
yeah, and
I
I
don't know
don't
if you
know
let your cats walk around your kitchen.
right, and I don't know how you prep food either, like,
Yeah. Are you washing your
I need to
hands?
know.
Like, I don't
Right,
know
I need
this.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know you.
So
Also,
most of
I don't know if I wanna get to know you that well, so
yeah, all of what I ate except for one thing were like prepackaged things or stuff
mm,
like catered stuff.
mhm,
One of my
mhm.
coworkers insisted I try her mac and cheese. Like very much insisted. And I
Ooh,
tried
okay.
it. It was okay. I
Alright.
gave myself uh, a little nub
A
of
little,
it.
okay.
I was like, yeah, this is okay. 7 out of
Yeah,
10.
that's enough.
But yeah, that was it for me. Great, great 2 weeks. In about
Yes.
a week, I'm gonna have to go back to Southern California.
Yes, you will.
There's a whole debacle with Disneyland tickets. I don't want to get you all into it, but I have a ticket that
Mm-mm.
I have to use. So
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going back.
And we're not wasteful in this household,
I'm
so
not wasteful. I'm very. I actually did not mind the drive down to LA. I
oh,
did not
really?
mind it. I did not mind it at all. I was having the time of my life, playing whatever music I wanted to play, singing whatever I
True.
wanted to sing. If I wanted to just be
Mhm.
quiet, I was quiet. I could stop whenever I wanted to stop. I only stopped once, but like, yeah,
The dream.
great. Oh, I forgot to tell everyone. I had Arby's
Mm.
for the first time ever in my entire life.
Yes, he did.
I was convinced because I stopped to get gas and I was hungry, and there was like a Jack in the Box and like a couple other things around, but there was also
Mm,
an Arby's, and I was
mm.
like, I've never like usually I would not care.
Yeah.
Would not care. But I saw that they had a promotion for Good Burger, and so they had a burger and I was like, I'm very intrigued. I want to try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went, got that burger. It was mediocre. It was not anything I
Mm.
would ever get again. Why did they have the best curly fries I've ever had in my entire life?
Yes.
Why were those the best curly fries I've ever had in my entire life? I was shook.
I love that for you.
I was shook. And as someone who has had Jack in the Box curly fries a lot, I just always assumed that fast food places did not
They
do
were the
good curly fries.
yeah.
Baby, them Arby's curly fries were good. I tore those things up. They were good.
I
I
love that
might
for you.
on my way back, I might have to stop and get some more curly fries. Just the fries. Like I don't care about the food. I want the
Dead.
fries
Right. I
because I
love
will
that for
never
you
have that
though.
burger again. Gross.
Mm-mm.
Those fries
Mm-mm.
though. Give me two large. Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Those will get you all the way to LA.
Those will get me to LA. But yeah, exciting, right?
Yeah.
I've actually lived and I have a whole bunch of stuff lined up to do this Christmas time.
I love that for you.
In a couple of weeks, we're going to like this light thingy slash ice skating place.
Ooh.
Um, my cousin sent me like like a How the Grinch Stole Christmas themed bar that they want to go to.
Oh, that's so cool.
I want to go tubing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, I have a whole list of stuff I want to do.
I
So I'm
love
really
that for you.
excited about that.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. We did we did some stuff last week. Well, whatever. And we went hiking, and then while we were on this hike, we were trying to figure out stuff to do for like Thanksgiving weekend.
Hmm.
And there's usually my dad's really into cars, so he takes us all up to the car show, and we used to do it every year until COVID in San Francisco. And so they do it in our major city, and so we're like, oh, we're gonna go. And so we get there, whatever, and we get to the convention center, and like it's empty, and we're like, oh, uh, this is weird. We're like, where is everything? And like, I feel like it, are we at the right one? Blah blah blah. And so we find a security guard, and we ask him. He's like, oh, yeah, that got canceled like 2 days ago, and we're like, what?
You didn't get an email or nothing? That's hilarious.
No, we didn't get anything. And we're all like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, there's nothing scheduled for tonight. And so we literally went to the website, like their official website, and they're like, yeah, because of concerns with whatever union that they use, or whatever union that is in auto, we're canceling this year's show. And I'm like, we didn't get any notification about this. Like, this sucks.
Hilarious.
So we ended up going out to dinner instead, and then went home.
That's fine.
It's still fine,
That's
but like the
fine.
fact that we went out there for something and we're like, oh,
Hmm.
so we're
Yikes.
now trying to redeem ourselves with like doing things for Christmas. So hopefully,
Okay.
well, the things that we want to go to for Christmas won't get
Okay.
canceled last minute.
What type of stuff are you going to do out there?
So they have a bunch of I don't know, they call it like different things, but like it's either like the things that you drive through for lights or walk through for lights.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going
So,
to one of those walkthrough thingies.
yeah, I know that like the drive-through ones are kind of expensive. So I think we're gonna do one of the walkthrough ones.
Oh, you guys don't have
Um,
neighborhoods out there that do that for free?
so so our neighborhoods do that. The neighborhood I'm in, they do that for free. But we wanted
Okay.
to do one of the, because they have like established ones throughout the year already, but they
Hmm.
just, turn it Christmas themed for, December. So we want to go to one of those, and then I'm trying to go see the Nutcracker. I love I love the Nutcracker, so
Oh, okay. That's never
I'm gonna
been
go
on my
see that.
list. I've never wanted to do that.
I
But
love Tchaikovsky,
I
so
love that you are doing that.
yeah.
Keeping the spirit of ballet and whatever alive. Great for you.
Thank you. But yeah,
The
that's what we're
ballet world
trying to
needs
do.
people like you.
Thank
Because
you.
if it were up to people like me,
It'd be dead.
it'd be dead. So I love that for you.
I mean, I used to go to the opera when I was in college, so
Mm. Mm-hmm. Great.
I know, I know.
Great. Cool. Um, okay, Kelly. Well then I guess we can get into this movie.
Yes, okay.
So go ahead and tell us about what's this called? Best Christmas Ever.
Best Christmas ever. So yes, welcome to cheer season. Welcome to Christmas season.
Christmas time is here.
Exactly. So we are starting off the season with the best Christmas ever.
Hmm.
And we start this movie off with Jackie Jennings writing out her Christmas newsletter about what's going
Hmm.
on in her and her family's life. So her youngest daughter, Beatrix, was accepted into Harvard, youngest
Being
in history.
Going to college at 10 is crazy. Like,
It's so
what?
great. Like, you
How
literally have the rest of your life. Like, it's okay.
how is a child going to college at 10? Like, she hasn't even gone through puberty yet.
Right. Like, how wrinkly is your brain? How are you storing all of this information?
Yeah.
Just,
Even if
I
I
just
did
don't
have a
know.
genius child, I don't think I would let them go to college that early.
I wouldn't
You
because
would have to be
I
at least 15 before I would let you go to college. I'm so sorry.
right. I feel like you'd have to I'd let you go at 16 when you have your own license so you can drive yourself to college and then come
Hmm.
back home. Like, nah, you're staying with your own peers if you're 10
Yeah.
and you're that smart. You're just I'm sorry. I know you're a
We'll
lot
get
smarter than them,
We'll
but
get you a
you
tutor
know,
or something. You need to build those social
right,
skills. You can't
right,
be going
right.
off of
I'm not
results.
I'm not putting you with a bunch of 18 plus year olds, okay? Nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
No.
Um we find that her eldest Daniel is doing humanitarian work in Africa, and her husband Valentino is running a successful dojo and directing their town's Christmas pageant. And Jackie says that for herself, she sold her successful business and has retired early, which good for her, if I'm being honest.
She's like 40. I love
Yeah,
that for her.
I love that for her. I
I
wish
love
I
that for
could.
her.
I wish I could retire in what 20 something years.
Girl, give me your secrets.
Right, tell me now so I can
Hmm.
retire at 40.
My bank account is low,
Oh, it's low.
and I'm
It's
about
about to
to
get
have to
lower.
pay for a hotel near Disneyland. So please
Ouch.
tell me your
During
secrets.
Christmas time. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Plus, I will be getting food while I'm there.
Of
Be for
course.
real, and
Of
drinks, but
course.
food.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Charlotte, who has been reading the letter, scoffs and says that their family is too perfect and whatever. And she compares her family against the Jennings, and in comparison, her family's not that great.
They're a
Her
normal
youngest,
family.
they're just a
They're
normal family, but
they're
she's
quite
being very
literally a
dramatic
normal,
about it.
right? She's like,
Yeah.
my kids are dumb, my husband sucks, I suck.
Right.
Even though she
Right.
works for like a very popular like company. She's like an
Yeah,
engineer
she works.
too.
Yeah, she's an engineer that works for a tech company.
And she's
Like,
like,
she's
I'm
fine.
boring. My life sucks." I'm
Right.
like, "Girl,
Right.
okay."
Right. My kid has an active imagination and likes to think to believe in things. And my
Hmm.
son has a good friend in his stuffed animal. Ooh.
I mean, that needs a therapist, but
I yeah. I mean that's a little weird, but
that's also something
her
you don't
kids
have to
are her
bring up
kids are normal.
to people. You don't have to bring that up.
Yeah. 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 Um, as they're getting ready to leave for Charlotte's sister's house, Grant asks why they have to go to her house when they could go to their Aunt Jackie's house because it sounds so amazing because they included a picture, or well, not a picture, but like just from how their life sounds, of course their life would and their house would be amazing.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's super like what's the word? Like nonchalant
Sarcastic.
about it, sarcastic. And she's like, "Yeah, I'd totally love to go to her house, right?" Um, and she tells her son to put in their Aunt Stacy's address so that they can get going. When they start their drive, Grant worries that Santa won't be able to find them since they won't be at home for Christmas. But Charlotte's like, "No, don't worry. I already talked to him. He knows where we're going to be, so you'll be fine." On the drive, Rob and Charlotte talk about the Jennings newsletter, and she mocks it for being perfect. And Rob's like, just like don't worry about it. You're overthinking it.
Yeah,
Give
why
it
do you
give
care
it a
so
break.
much about this other
Right.
family?
Like, because I guess they all used to be friends, and now I don't know why, but
He
like
used to date
the
her,
level. Yeah, he used to date her.
which is
Rob
something
used to
that
date
is
Jackie.
only glossed over in this entire movie.
Right, and I guess they got close enough that he proposed to
He
her,
proposed to
but
her.
nobody wants to talk about
Nobody
this.
wants to talk about that.
Um, but yeah, Rob's like, give it a break. Don't worry about it. You're the only one that's making a problem out of this. As they're driving, the couple wonder if they drive to the new house because it's a lot further than what they were expecting, and the house looks nicer than what they believed Stacy was going to have.
Yeah, by the way, does it snow in Arizona? Because they're like leaving. I guess they live in Arizona. Does it snow in Arizona?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay.
It snows in the northern part closer to Colorado.
Mm,
They get a
makes
decent amount
sense.
of snow up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Um
Because I
so
was like, when I was in Arizona, it looked like a pretty flat state to me, so
yeah,
I wouldn't think it would be snowing. But
yeah,
okay.
no. No, the snow's like 3 hours away.
Hmm,
Yeah. So you were nowhere close to it.
got it.
Um so Charlotte goes and rings the doorbell. And when Jackie opens the door, she's super surprised and was like, I thought this was my sister's house. What are you doing here? But Grant then admits that he put Jackie's address into the GPS instead of Stacy's.
How did he know Jackie's address?
He had
I know
the
he had the
newsletter,
newsletter, but she just puts her address on the newsletter?
maybe.
Weird. Okay.
um and Charlotte is super embarrassed and goes to leave. But Jackie insists that her family stays at least for the night because they all look tired. Um, Once inside the house, Jackie says goodnight to Robbie and Charlotte, and Charlotte asks about their relationship in college before going to bed. And he's all like, she was like spontaneous, she had good energy, blah blah blah. And
Hmm.
Charlotte takes it as like a personal attack against herself.
Yeah. She asked for this information, by the way.
Yes, she did. And then when she was hurt by it, which she shouldn't have been, she like blames Rob for it.
Right. Why did you want him to badmouth this woman so badly?
Right.
Why do
Like,
you hate women?
right. Also, y'all are both of you are married. Like Jackie's married, you're married to
Hmm.
Rob. Like it doesn't matter.
It's not an issue.
It's not relevant anymore. Um, but that night, Charlotte is woken up by
Them moving furniture.
Jackie. Yeah, Jackie and her husband moving furniture. Um, and it breaks the picture of Rob and Jackie that Jackie had left in their room. And
Mhm.
Rob like wakes up from the noise and is like, "Oh, you purposefully broke the picture because you're all weird about Jackie
Yeah.
and I."
How did he not hear that?
No, for real. How did he not?
How did he not hear that?
He must be a really deep sleeper
Hmm.
because they were moving furniture pretty
They
loudly.
were
If I'm being
they
honest.
were yeah. They're not quiet movers.
No, they're not. No, they're not. So the next morning, Charlotte finds that they have been snowed in and won't be able to leave the Jennings house. And it's also snowed wherever Stacy's sister is. So even if they could leave, they wouldn't be able to get to
That was a
her
good
sister's
thing to
house.
add because literally 5 minutes later, they're no longer snowed in.
Yeah. Yeah. um, so Charlotte goes down and meets Valentino and is all like entranced by his good looks and his
Hmm.
body. And the rest of Jackie's family. And there is a clear difference in how the families are.
Hmm.
Um, and Charlotte takes offense to that for some reason. Um, and Charlotte finds out that Jackie has invited them to stay for Christmas and is like, oh, it's okay with me if it's okay with my husband, looking for an out. But she's like, oh, perfect. He already said yes.
Yeah,
So she played herself
she did play
um,
herself.
by trying to get out of it by making
Yeah,
her husband make the decision.
I learned that the hard way in high school. So just come up with an excuse
Yeah.
yourself. Just come up with an
Yeah.
excuse
Yeah,
yourself.
don't try to put it on somebody else because
No.
they'll think they're making the right decision and you're just like,
Hmm.
nah,
They won't
please
make the right
don't.
decision.
um After breakfast, Jackie then quote unquote finds that Santa has left letters for Grant, Dora, and Monkey Bob, um, saying that he'll deliver their presents to the Jennings house because he knows that they are there for Christmas. In their room, Charlotte and Rob have a disagreement over staying at the Jennings house and why she is so against staying. Charlotte is convinced that there's something wrong with the family, and after finding quote unquote evidence, which was a Photoshop for Dummies book,
Yeah.
um,
She's like,
she
they've been
goes,
faking everything.
yes, she is convinced that there's something wrong and goes investigating around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she's proven wrong, by the way. She goes
Yeah.
into Jackie's desk and finds her passport, sees that she's actually been to the places that she mentioned in the letter.
There's also a real picture of Brandy and Mariah Carey on her desk.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, everything that she's put in the newsletter is true.
Yeah.
Jackie then drags Charlotte and their husbands to find a tree for the house, and
Yeah.
things get weirdly sexual.
Yeah, they're practically dry humping in that tree lot. Also,
Yeah.
they got out of the house because they have a heated driveway,
Yes, they did. I'm sorry.
which
I
is
forgot
like,
that.
to me, the pinnacle of richness.
Oh, yeah. When I
Like,
found out that was a thing like a couple years ago, I was like,
that's
y'all got
rich, rich.
money.
That's rich,
Yeah.
rich. That
Also,
is,
I
I
found
am
out,
never touching that rich.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And also if you have, I feel like if you have heated floors in your house, then you got money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Because what
can't
normal
comprehend that.
family is paying extra for that?
Right.
They'll like put on
Also
some
all the
socks.
extra stuff that you gotta put under your flooring for that. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
I would be told to put on some socks, and quite honestly, yeah, just put
Oh
on some
yeah.
socks.
Yeah.
You do not
My
need heated
family
floors.
my family is oh, you're cold, put another jacket on, get another blanket.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
The heater
So
does not go above
having heated
65.
floors and having heated outdoor driveways,
Mm-hmm.
that's a different kind of money. That's a
65
different
is
tax bracket.
65 is the normal range. If it's very cold, maybe you could get up 67, but that's
Yeah.
about it. You're not
Yeah.
going any higher than that.
I think the highest I've ever seen in my house was like 68. And that was only
Yeah,
because it was like in the 30s.
that's actually kind of hot.
Like outside. Yeah, it was pretty hot.
For
But
a
we're
home,
like,
that's actually kind of warm. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know how y'all live, but
Which
we're
which
put
brings
on some more
which
clothes.
brings me to the question. What's going on with these people who are like, yeah, I sleep in the house with the heater on to 70, 73, and I'm like,
Right.
what?
How are y'all not sweating to death?
No. Even
I
outside,
Yeah,
70s is
no.
it's a little warm.
It's a little warm. It's a little
70s is
warm.
like I'm wearing a short sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the airflow, I might be wearing some
Right.
shorts.
Right.
That's insane.
70s is still warm. 70s is still
70s
warm
is
to me.
I could not do
I don't
that.
know. I don't know how y'all ain't sweating in your house.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm-mm. I like to
mm.
be
Could not
cold
be
at
me.
night. I like to be
Yeah.
just not
Yeah.
very cold, a little chilly.
I like going to bed cold so I
Hmm.
can like bundle, you know?
Yeah, you just bundle up.
Yeah. And it's nice.
And I'm not even like a heavy covers person. Like I use a very light
Mm-hmm.
cover.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
keep
y'all are
your
crazy out there.
houses around mid to high 60s. Perfect weather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's cost efficient.
Yeah, it is. This has been your winter PSA.
Yeah.
um We then see Dora, Grant, and Beatrix run into Santa, and Beatrix questions him about the letters that they got that morning. Um, and after planting false information and Santa going along with it, she's like, "I know he ain't real.
Hmm.
I know he ain't real." Um, as they're getting
I
the
don't
car
know
ready
why they
for the
didn't
tree,
just tell her that Santa's not real. And
right?
just be like, yeah, okay, Santa's not real. Just don't ruin it for the other kids.
Yeah, don't ruin it for the other kids. Because if she's in Harvard already, y'all don't think she knows that he ain't real.
Hmm.
Like, come on now. But as they're getting car ready for the Christmas tree, Jackie finds the chip mitts that Charlotte has invented that keep crumbs off of you when you're eating snacks. So, like, no
Yeah.
Cheeto dust, no whatever, if you're
Hmm.
eating stuff.
It's quite literally just polyester gloves.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it's nothing
Um,
special.
mm-mm.
It's not this genius idea that no one else has ever thought of.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
It's just gloves.
It's just gloves. But if you ask Jackie, it's the best invention she's ever seen in her entire life.
Yes, yeah. And she says that. She thinks she's like, "Oh my gosh, she should like totally patent this and whatever."
Also, do you think that the Cheetos was a product placement? I think I think it was
I think it was. I think it was.
because she was so clearly showing that bag, and then she
Oh
mentioned
yeah.
Cheetos like 3 or 4
And
times.
then the way that she put it in her bag so that the label
Mhm.
was still out,
Yeah,
1,000%.
I think it was a
1,000%.
product placement. Also,
um
Brandy's weave was it was looking a little
uh
cheap. It was looking a little
yeah,
cheap.
could have been better.
Like, compared to the weave she had on at the Thanksgiving Day parade, like, it was looking kind of bad.
Yeah.
They had my girl out there with a struggle wig on, and I didn't like
I
it.
know. We
Do
can
better.
budget for better. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Brandy, America's
This is Brandy we're
sweetheart,
talking about. Exactly. The Cinderella. Like,
the
I don't
Cinderella.
I don't
Don't
know
play
why
in
we
her face
playing
like
here.
that. Don't make Whitney come
Um
back and cuss
yeah.
all y'all out.
Whitney's rolling in her grave right now.
Yeah.
And as they're talking about the chip mints, Jackie mentions how she wishes Daniel was here because he also liked to invent things and he probably would have liked the chip mints.
Hmm.
Back at the house, Charlotte gets the mail for Jackie, and when she finds a letter from Rob to Jackie, she questions him about it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't said anything to
She didn't
her."
even question him about it, Kelly. She could
Yeah,
she could have flat out asked him, "Why did you send a
yeah.
letter?" Like, she didn't do that. She didn't do that at
No,
all.
she just asks if he's had contact with Jackie, and he's like,
Yep.
"No, I haven't."
It's like, nope. And
Yeah,
then she didn't push any further. She was like, okay,
nope. She's like,
I'm gonna
"Oh,
go.
I
I'm gonna go find that letter. That's it.
right.
That's all.
I'm a I'm gonna go rummage through this woman's house."
Instead of just asking this man, or even asking
Right,
Jackie,
Jackie. Right.
you're just like,
Mm-mm.
okay, I'm gonna figure this out.
Right. So that night at dinner, Jackie and Rob are affectionate with one another. They're friendly.
Hmm.
Um, and Charlotte's not into that. And so after dinner, her and Valentino talk about it, and he's all like, I'm not bothered by it.
Nope.
Like they're friends. Like I know she's attractive. If he finds her attractive too, that's fine. He's got eyes. It's okay."
It was actually for me at this part of the movie. I was like, oh, so they have a like open relationship. I kind of thought that for like a second.
Same,
I was like,
same.
oh, okay, get your freak on. Do what you got to
Yeah.
do.
Right, right.
That's not the case, unfortunately. I
It's
mean,
not.
fortunately.
Whoa,
Whatever their
Jordan.
relationship is, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that it's whatever works for them, it works for them.
Whatever works for them. Just know I don't
Um,
play that.
I
I
don't play that
quite
way
I
either.
quite literally don't play that. Don't make me murder someone.
Yeah, because I will.
I will.
So she is clearly bothered by it still.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, Beatrix gives Grant a presentation about how she thinks Santa isn't real, but Grant and Bob are in favor of Santa. They're like, no, he exists.
He
But
exists.
Beatrix is like, no, we're gonna start an investigation. We're gonna find this guy.
Beatrix is so funny because like she is still so obviously a child. It took her doing research to realize that kids who have parents with more money get more gifts.
Yeah.
You have to do research for that. I'm like, well, kids
Also,
will always still
she
be a
made
kid.
right. She made a presentation. She got her data. She made her charts. but her info is very just child based, which I think
Yeah.
is kind of cute.
Like that's not a person that should be going to college.
Yeah. um,
Pull a
we did
young Sheldon, have her go take community classes after school.
exactly. Right. We then see Charlotte sneaking into Jackie's office to look for the letter Rob had sent, but she makes noise and has to hide on the balcony. Val and Jackie investigate, and when he finds the balcony door open, he closes it, locking Charlotte out. So she has to jump off the balcony to get back into the house.
Yeah.
At this point, if I was Charlotte, I would have had to look at my life and been like, you
What am
know
I
what, I'm
doing?
good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to check in with myself because I am locked out on a balcony and I have to jump off because I
Jump off
can't
the
make
second story
noise.
of this house.
Exactly. In heels and a jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
people don't know I'm snooping in their house.
no relationship is worth that.
If not, like
If
be
you
for real.
no,
Like that should have been her moment to be like, "Oh, I'm crazy.
yeah,
I'm crazy."
I'm crazy.
And then let it go. But no.
Hmm.
So the next day Jackie and Charlotte watch as Val directs his Christmas pageant. And things don't seem to be going well. Um but
No.
as the people who are in the pageant take a break, Jackie gets an idea and does a little duet with Rob. And it's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm not mad at this performance, but what was the
I'm not
reason?
either. Yeah.
Like
I didn't see the reason.
she was like, I have an idea, and she just randomly started singing "Let It Snow," and I was like, okay, what was that for, though?
Right. Like, is this gonna be part of the thing, or was this your like little
It
cheering
wasn't.
up moment for
She
everyone?
just she
But
just did it. She
yeah,
just sang, and that was it.
yeah. She's like, "This is my moment. I'm gonna take it." I
Yeah,
just want to see something for y'all. Don't worry about it. As this is going on, Grant and Beatrix start Operation Santa Fraud and go to question him and eventually take off his hat and fake beard, and Jackie catches them and they're in trouble. Charlotte, who got uncomfortable during Jackie and Rob's duet, says that she's going to go shopping by herself, but really ends up back at the Jennings house um, to look at Rob's letter for Jackie. Charlotte tries Daniel's room but finds it's locked. Um, so she goes through some doors and finds a secret room with something covered. As she's snooping, the family gets home and Val finds her up in whatever room she's in and thinks she's a burglar. And he just totally kicks her in
he
the
kicks her
stomach.
in the chest. Just, just jumps in the air and kicks her. Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, "You came to the wrong house," and just like kicks her straight in the stomach into some boxes.
Yes. And then he was so
um,
distraught that he hit a woman. He was
yeah.
he was like, I will never forgive myself.
Yeah. And I'm all like, you know what? I love that for you. Like,
Love that for
you're what
you,
a
but
guy.
like you thought she was a burglar, so
Yeah. And
let that
technically
one
she's
slide.
snooping around your house, so
Hmm. You let that one
I would
slide.
let it slide. Yeah.
You did not purposefully hit a woman. You're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you're fine. So the thing that Charlotte stumbled upon in the secret room is actually a gift from Jackie to Val and Beatrix of a special dollhouse that Val's late mother made, and it's of her home. And
Mhm.
after a special moment for the family, Charlotte accidentally breaks the dollhouse when she tries to get up off the floor. So Jackie then immediately sends the kids downstairs and questions Charlotte about why she's been snooping around her house. And Rob confesses that Charlotte is obsessed with finding out why her life is so perfect. Charlotte then says that that's not the real reason why she's looking around, which it is. It
It's
is.
partially the reason.
But yeah, it partially is the reason. But she says her real reason is that she's been looking for the letter that Rob sent. And Jackie's like, Rob, you gotta tell her. So Rob then tells her that he's been sending his own newsletter of their family to Jackie. And he hasn't told her because she hates those Christmas newsletters because she thinks people are bragging.
I hate them too, but mostly because I think they're a waste of money. But what's so funny is he has apparently been sending this to like everyone, and no one's ever mentioned it. And I
Right.
think that's
Well,
so funny.
he did say that he swore them to secrecy. So like,
That's insane.
I
Like
know all of that for a newsletter.
for a
Like,
newsletter.
y'all do you, I guess. But Rob says that even if Charlotte may be embarrassed about how their life is going, doesn't mean that he is too.
Hmm.
Um, Later, Charlotte comes and apologizes for her behavior to Jackie and says that her and her family are ready to leave. But Jackie says she doesn't want them to leave. And she said what she did was, an accident. She didn't break the dollhouse on purpose, whatever. And that she forgives her. And Charlotte agrees to stay. Charlotte then asks to see the other years of newsletters that Rob has been sending and confesses that she's been waiting for her life to get better. And that's why she has that like chip on her shoulder. And Jackie's like, you know what, you just have to believe in the future that you want. And so Charlotte then decides to invest in Rob's dream house. And her, Beatrix, and Jackie go to a local bank, and Beatrix is able to talk her way into getting a lower interest rate for
Uh-huh.
Charlotte's loan.
Several things. Buying someone a house as a Christmas present is crazy. That's
Yeah, it is.
insane. Why would you do
That's
that?
actually insane.
That's
Yeah.
actually any purchase above $1,000 is insane to
Yeah, it
like
is.
buying someone a car for Christmas, buying someone a house for Christmas, insane.
Yeah. Like I kind of understand like a car for like a teenager and whatever. Like I kind of get that. Um like if they
But
don't
see
already have a car.
that would be something you'd have to discuss with your
Yeah.
wife, husband, whatever.
Yeah. Especially I think this is especially crazy because that's also like their like fallback money if anything goes.
Yes.
Like it's like their emergency money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, we stashed this away for like a vacation and I'm just going to use it to buy him a gift instead. And like, no, this is their emergency money.
Yeah. I will say, however, that a 3.1% fixed
Fixed rate?
rate is incredible.
That is incredible.
That's
The
actually
next
incredible.
the next time I need to like refinance or something, I'm gonna need Beatrice to come out here and get me a
Yeah,
good
girl.
low fixed interest rate.
Can she come talk down my credit card interest rates?
No, seriously, she what a child. She's going places.
Hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Like I love that for her. Um We then see Charlotte trying to fix the dollhouse, and Rob joins her, and they talk about salvaging their relationship. They want to move some more furniture together.
Hmm.
Beatrix and Grant continue their Santa investigation. Charlotte and Rob then show the rebuilt and decorated dollhouse to the family, and it moves everybody because she put in the effort to fix it. Jackie and Charlotte find that during the kids' investigation, Beatrice admits that Grant has left to go prove that Santa is real.
Yeah.
And she says that he has gone to a place where Santa can find him. So the family splits up and looks for Grant, and Jackie has an idea where he could be. They find him at a Japanese restaurant for some reason. And Charlotte tells Grant that she believes that Santa is real. And so he believes because she believes. And before they leave the restaurant, they see on TV that the company that she works for has gone under for their
Yeah.
faulty robot vacuum.
Yeah. One product ruined this entire company.
That's not a good company.
That's not a good company.
if
Like
one
that
thing is
company
able to take you down like that.
Yeah, that company was already running on fumes
Oh
if that
yeah,
one product took down the entire company.
definitely.
Also,
So Charlotte,
she's like freaking out because she's like, I don't have a job now, and I'm like, aren't you an engineer?
right? There,
I'm
like, there is no shortage of job opportunities for you.
Yeah, you can get a job very quickly, ma'am. I'm sure
Yeah,
your LinkedIn is already buzzing with
yeah.
recruiters.
She's just being very dramatic right now.
Do you want to go turn on a light, Kelly?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go do that. You try to use your phone's flash is
Well,
hilarious.
I didn't want to get up, so I didn't want to take the time. But anyway,
Okay, it that took 2 seconds.
we're good. Charlotte then freaks out and goes to Jackie, wanting to cancel the deal for Rob's dream house because now they need that money because she doesn't have a job.
hmm
But Jackie's optimism in her losing that job because she never liked that job anyway, now she can finally go do something that she wants, does not have the desired effect on Charlotte. She's just like, nah, I need to go cancel that and get my money back. As she's leaving, Rob intercepts her, and he already knows about the company going under, and says the same thing that Jackie does because he's like, "You never liked that job. It's fine. Like this is gonna work out."
See, that's why I'm never
Um,
having children. I would, you know how much it would crush my spirit to be locked in a job I hate simply because
yeah,
I have children I have to take care. Never
yeah,
having children.
nah,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
no,
No, no, no.
yeah,
Once I want to leave a
because
job, I leave a job, y'all. I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah, no.
I
Once
don't
it's
have.
bad
I
for
don't be
you, you
having
gotta go.
plans. I don't be having plans or anything. I just leave. I
Hmm.
just put in that 2 weeks and leave.
And he's out. Yep.
I don't think I've ever quit a job and had another job lined up. I kind of did,
I don't
but
think
then
you
they
have.
I kind of did, but then they
Yeah,
ghosted
you kind of
me.
did.
Mm,
Mm,
no, whatever. But yeah, I love
yeah,
the freedom
no.
to be able to do that.
Yeah, same. So Charlotte decides to leave anyway. And as she's leaving town, she hits some black ice and runs into Rose, who says it's who checks on her, makes sure she's okay, and then says that it's nice that she is spending time with Jackie during this time of year specifically. Charlotte is confused at her comment, but gets back on the road. And as she's driving, she sees the same picture for the fund that Daniel was working on for his humanitarian thing in Africa, and sees that it's a memorial fund for
hmm
Daniel.
To be quite honest, I wrote in my notes, "Wait, her son died," because I forgot she had a son.
Yeah.
I had quite literally forgotten
Yeah.
because they only
Yeah.
bring him up like towards the beginning of the movie, like two or
Yeah.
three times. Then after
Yeah.
that, not really. So I
Mm-mm.
had forgotten about him.
Yeah.
Forgotten all about Daniel.
So Charlotte goes back to the house and gets into Daniel's old room with a key, and Jackie comes in and says, this isn't something that I wanted to share in a newsletter. And that's why they didn't have one last year.
hmm
Um, Her son Daniel had died last year, and their family started a foundation in his name and wrote the news in the letter like he had done the work because they set it up for him. So technically, in her mind, that's how it worked
That's
out.
stuff he had done. I have a take on foundations.
Yes.
I have a take. Don't hate me. Don't throw tomatoes
Uh
at me,
oh.
y'all.
Uh oh.
99% of the time, there's already a foundation that exists doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a foundation. You could help other
You can make a
foundations.
you can make a donation in their name.
Yeah, exactly. Because when everyone makes a foundation, it kind of dilutes all the other foundations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's probably a million foundations for cancer. There's probably a
Mm-hmm.
million foundations for, I don't know, MS maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to make one to. You could just go help the other ones.
You can just make a yearly donation in his name to
And you,
whatever.
yeah, and your child or your sister or your brother or your cousin or your husband or your wife's name. You
Hmm.
don't have to make a new foundation.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Just so we're
cool.
all on the same. So,
um, Jackie then shows her the solar hot air balloon Daniel envisioned,
how does that
inspired
work?
by,
I
I
need to
have no idea.
suspect that does not make any sense. She's like, it
I
needs
don't
to be
know, dude.
He's like, he wanted it to be environmentally friendly. I'm like, but you need fire. So how are you doing that through solar power?
I
Like
don't
there
know.
needs to be some sort of combustion. How is this happening?
Maybe they're treating it like an electric stove.
That's not even the
I don't
same
know.
at all.
I don't
Like
know, man.
that has there's no fire really involved in that.
I know, it's just heat. I don't know, man.
Is she somehow
They make it work
expressing
though.
is she somehow created something that expresses a large amount of heat to the point that it creates fire? That sounds very
Maybe
dangerous.
it does. It
Okay,
does.
whatever.
And she just has it in her backyard.
She just has it in her backyard. That's fine.
Whatever.
Okay, do what you want.
Yeah,
Do
do
what
what you
you
want.
want.
Um, yeah, but it was inspired by Around the World in 80 Days and how the star on the hot air balloon is going to be the Star of Bethlehem for the Christmas pageant. Um, and Charlotte remembers seeing one on her way into town the first time, and it's the same balloon.
Mhm.
So the rest of the family make it to the Christmas pageant as Charlotte sends off Jackie in the balloon, but it doesn't make it that far. So Charlotte has to fix it. Beatrix and the kids search for Santa with their binoculars in the sky, waiting for him to come by since it's Christmas Eve. Charlotte then fixes the balloon and joins Jackie in the basket, and in the air, they thank each other for saving each other's Christmases. And as they
Why
pass over the house, oh yeah, go ahead.
why did what's her name, Jackie, invite her to go into the balloon after it had already started ascending? Like
I
she
don't know,
couldn't have
man.
invited her while the thing was on the
While she was
ground.
on the ground, yeah.
She was like 10 feet
Very
in the
last minute
air. She was
decision.
like 10 feet in
Yeah.
the air. She's like, "You want to come with me?"
Right.
And then threw down like a flimsy little
Rope ladder.
rope ladder.
Yeah, that was wild. That was
Wild.
a lot of trust.
A lot of
That was a lot of
trust.
trust, if I can be very honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never go
Um,
hot air ballooning, but that's just me.
mhm.
I'm sorry. I don't trust this thing to keep me in the air.
Yeah, it is a lot.
That's a lot of trust that I don't have.
Mhm. Understandable.
I'm I'm sure it's very safe. I'm sure very few accidents actually happen with hot air
Mhm.
balloons, but
But
I'm
you're
not
not playing around with
I'm
that.
not playing like that. Falling out
Mm-mm.
of the sky is not how I want to die.
No, yeah.
It's really not.
We're we're good.
There are multiple ways I don't want to die. That's probably at the top of my list. Falling out of the sky.
Really?
Towards the top of my list.
Okay.
I don't want to be murdered and I don't want to fall to my death. Yeah,
Fair. Yeah,
fair.
fair. um, but as they are passing over the house, um, the ladder catches onto the Santa sleigh that's on top of Jackie's house.
Hmm.
Um, and as they try to take it off, they're like, let's land and just take it off. Charlotte gets an idea and pretends to be Santa so that when they go over the Christmas pageant, Grant will see it and believe that Santa is real.
Hmm. She climbs down from the
Yeah,
basket of
no,
this hot air balloon to
no.
this sled, which is only being held on by the
But
like ladder
yeah.
rope.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That's that's actually insane.
That's like wishing to die.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
She's had enough and she wants to die. That's
She
what I'm
she
getting
wanted
here.
to die.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Um, but the pageant starts, and the ladies decide to fly over the audience, and the kids and the rest of the town are able to see them. After that, Jackie lands the hot air balloon, and they are helped by an old man to take the sleigh off of the hot air balloon.
Yeah, because they
So that
land back in
Jackie,
Jackie's backyard, and this
yeah,
random man just happens to be in her backyard. I'm like, where did this man come from?
right. And so Jackie leaves so that she can still be the star at the pageant. And when Charlotte goes to thank the man, he disappears. It's Santa.
It's
Charlotte then joins the rest of her family at the pageant, and Beatrix announces to the crowd that her investigation has concluded and that Santa is real. And Jackie comes out and sings a song.
how does she
We
get
then see
there?
that, I don't know,
It's
man. She
quite
must
literally, she
have,
was just in the air with the star,
right. She
and all
must
of a
have
sudden,
booked it.
yeah,
She
she
must
must have
have
put
booked
that
it
thing
from wherever
down
she
very
was.
fast. She was like,
Oh
gotta
yeah,
go.
yeah. She's like, I gotta go sing. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
We then see that the next year, the Jennings and Sanders do a combined newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the Jennings have taken the hot air balloon around the world raising money for Daniel's foundation, and the Sanders finally made it to Charlotte's sister's house,
For New
and they
Year's, yeah.
decided for New Year's, and then they decided to keep Rob's dream house for their own,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, I never want to hear the words "splendiferous" ever again. They
Yay!
used it so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was extra,
It was extra.
but
But
yeah,
yeah, that's our movie.
that's our movie. There are no movie facts, by the way.
If Kelly's gonna do one thing, she's gonna pick a movie with absolutely no movie facts.
And you know what? I thought there would be some because it's like it's a newer movie and whatever. Like I get why Elvis and Annabelle didn't have any because that was like a small indie film from like years ago. But this is
Mhm.
2023. This came out a couple of weeks ago or this week, last week, something
I
like
think
that.
last week. I think it came out the week
Yeah,
I went to the Mariah Carey concert.
yeah, and there's nothing on this movie anywhere. So yeah,
Brandy's in it. Movie facts.
Brandy's in it. Yeah, Brandy sang some songs.
Just sang some songs.
Perfect. There's your movie facts. What are your
Yay.
recommendations for this week?
Okay. I did have three, but I'm throwing in a fourth one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, my first one is The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Mm,
It
classic.
was a really fun time. I saw it while I
Mm-hmm.
was in LA. I went to Universal
Mm-hmm.
Studios City Walk, which by the way,
Mm-hmm.
I'm never doing that again. That was such an expensive trip. Oh my gosh.
Oh, ouch.
$30 to park. I went to Margaritaville. That cost like $75 by myself. It cost me $75. And then
Ouch.
I didn't have to pay for the movie because I have AMC A-list.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a drink at the movie theater too.
Oh my gosh.
I had way too much to drink to be like, uh, thank
Yeah.
goodness I was just sitting out for like an hour and a half or almost 2 hours waiting for the movie to start. Because
Mm.
I could have really been drunk, but it didn't happen
Yeah,
for
you
me.
really could have.
Um, it was a good movie. There was way more singing than I thought there was going to be. Wa-
Really?
Wait, you still haven't seen it, Kelly?
No.
Jesus, Jesus, Kelly. Yeah. So there's at least 5 songs in that movie.
Dang.
At
So
least
it's a musical.
it's pretty much a musical.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed myself. Um,
Nice.
my second recommendation is "Tummy Hurts" by Renee Rapp featuring Coco
Mm-hmm.
Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. Loved it.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, yeah. Great song. Good little update to the regular Tummy Hurts. I'm not gonna call it a remix because it's pretty much the same song, just with an
It's a
additional
feature.
verse.
She
It's a
put a feature
feature.
on there.
Put a feature on it. That's not a remix.
It's not.
Let's be real.
Let's be clear.
Let's be very clear. That's not what a remix is, baby. It's
Yeah,
not.
if you didn't live through the early 2000s where you had the original and then you had the feature with like 8 other artists,
Uh-huh.
notice how they didn't say remix. It was just the
Yeah.
same song title featuring
Mm-hmm.
everyone else.
Yeah. If you want to look at a remix, go look at Mariah Carey's remixes. That's a remix.
Yes, that's a remix.
Third recommendation, Black Cake on Hulu. Great show. I've been telling
Mhm.
everyone about it. Everyone go watch Black Cake. It's
You
excellent.
got my mother on it.
I got her mother to watch it. I literally
Mhm.
was watching it and I texted Kelly. I was like, "Your mom needs to watch this," because I know her mom likes to watch TV.
Mhm. They're the same they're the
We're
same person at
we're
this
the same
point.
person, except I probably go to the movies more than your mother does, but
Yeah.
that's a whole other thing. Yeah, it's a great show. Little synopsis. It's about a woman. She dies, and she leaves these tapes for her children, telling about
Mhm.
all the backstory of her life that she like never told them. It's a good
Yeah,
show.
she didn't tell anybody.
She didn't tell anybody, not even her husband.
Nope.
Every,
Who's dead, by the way.
who is also dead, by the way. Every episode has a twist ending. Literally every single episode.
Mhm. Mhm.
So be prepared for that. I don't know if you might want to wait until it's like over so you can watch all of it because
Yeah,
waiting week by week is agony.
yeah. Yeah.
Like
My
something
mom's dying right
like
now.
I just watched the latest episode on when does it come out? I literally watch it the day it comes out.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Mhm.
Um why do I have to wait until next Tuesday to figure out what's going to happen? They because they literally drop a bomb at the end of every single episode. So I'm literally just sitting here tapping my foot, patiently waiting for the next episode. It's a great show. I'm gonna read the book
Mhm.
when the show is over. I'm gonna have to
Although
read
there's
the
a
book.
book?
There's a book. I'm gonna have to read it.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm gonna have to tell my
I'm
mom.
gonna have to read it. And then my last one. I'm just now adding this now. It's
Okay.
Eternals. Everyone go watch Eternals.
Oh, yes.
I love Eternals. I'm
Yes.
sorry. No one saw the vision like I did when it came out. It came out and I was like, this is a great movie. And then imagine my surprise when everybody was like, this movie sucks. This movie's
Oh,
boring. And I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
whoa, did we watch the
You're like,
same
"Wait a
movie?
minute."
Like, there must have been a different cut or something that everybody else was
Yeah.
watching.
You saw the extended director's cut. Everyone else
Uh-huh.
just saw the regular movie.
Yeah, because I like Eternals. I really like Eternals. It's one of the better Marvel movies, if I'm being quite honest. Good world building, good storytelling,
Mhm.
a good
Great
arc,
characters.
great characters. I'm not understanding what people weren't seeing. The tide is turning. The tide is turning now, but of course it is because I'm always right. But the
Yeah.
because remember what I said about Doctor Strange? I don't remember what episode that
Yes.
was, but I said the whole Reed Richard thing, like he was bad. Remember that because I'm always right. Eternals is a good movie, so please go watch it. If you haven't seen it, because people have been telling you it's bad, go watch it. It's a good movie.
Even I've seen it.
Yeah, even Kelly's seen it, and it took her 2 years to watch Black Panther 2.
Exactly.
By the time Kelly had watched Black Panther 2, I had watched it on a cruise ship. They were playing it on a cruise ship.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
that's bad. So yeah, please go watch Eternals.
Yes.
Maybe if enough people watch it, buy it, rent it, they'll give us a second one because now it's looking like we're not going to ever see those people ever again.
No, we're not. We're definitely not at this point.
But yeah, what about you, Kelly? What are your recommendations?
So I've got 3 recommendations. My first 2 recommendations are from Ginger Root. There's some. They're a new like, new to me, indie like J City pop band. Um, so the first album is called City Slicker. Got some real bangers on there. These are
Mhm.
like, I wouldn't call them albums. They're more like EPs. They're like, there's like 7 or 8 songs on there. I wouldn't consider that an album, but yeah. but it's really good. And then their next album, Nisei Mono, I hope I'm saying that correctly. That's also got some bangers on there. So go check those two out. And then my third recommendation is New Classic, featuring Selena Gomez and Drew Seeley.
Why did I immediately know that was that song? When you said new classic, I was like, she can't be meaning the song from Another Cinderella Story, and
Yes.
she
Yeah.
did.
Well, well, because I know you're not on Spotify, but Spotify has these day lists, and they update throughout the day with different like types of song playlists that you listen through throughout the day. And so one of my morning playlists had New Classic on it, and I kind of like lost my mind for a second because I was like, "Oh shoot!" Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the
So
song.
yeah, go listen to that. It's a classic. It's a bop.
Hmm. I'm not gonna go into the age difference thing. I'm not. I won't. I've done it too much.
Yeah,
I
no, we're
won't
not.
do
We're
it.
not.
But
We're not gonna
yeah,
talk about it.
there.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it
Don't
because
worry about it.
there was some questionable stuff happening in Hollywood.
Yeah, there still is,
There still
but
is all the time,
you know, yeah,
but
it's fine.
it's fine. We move on.
We move on.
Move on. Okay, is that it, Kelly?
Yep.
No surprise one you want to throw in there?
No, no surprise one.
Got it. Cool. Thank you so much for listening. We hope everyone has a good holiday season. Is it Hanukkah when this comes out? No, that's next week.
No, not yet.
Not yet. But for all you Hanukkah celebrators, Hanukkah's coming! Yay!
Yay!
I think I will be in LA for Hanukkah.
Hmm.
At least that first week.
Nice.
So yay! Everyone have a good holiday season. Everyone, have a good week.
Mm-hmm.
It's your first week back post Thanksgiving vacation. We'll get
Good
through
luck.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Renaissance film comes out this weekend.
Yes, Renaissance,
Yay!
Renaissance.
Renaissance. Yes, I can't wait. I'm seeing it I'm seeing it Thursday night
Yes, you are.
with my cousin. Can't wait. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And everyone like Beyonce, stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.